In this video we are going to see the new functions that we have incorporated in Rawskystudio 1.4. We have changed the swap button screen to general action buttons. If we click here, we can go to the next screen. With another click we return to the previous one. Another button that we have changed has been the Before and After button, which you will see its function later. We have added color to the background of the luminosity masks panel with the color to be selected. This way it will be easier to identify when you select a color. For example, if we select red, it changes the background to red and so on with all the colors. In the export panel, we have added the file data so that the name of the file can be seen, and various data, such as the color profile assigned to it. In this case it is Adobe RGB. Also, the dimensions in pixels, the resolution in dots per inch or DPI. Some of the EXIF data, if included in the file, such as focal length, exposure time, aperture and ISO. In the night panel, we have added these 4 buttons. The first button on the left is to select Photoshop's rectangular selection tool, to have it more accessible. The next button is to select objects within a specific selection. The next button is to make the layer mask blank in those parts of the image that are selected, or if not selected, the entire mask. The last button does the same, but in black. Let's see several examples. Now what I want is to generate a selection of the car. I click on the rectangular selection tool button. I select part of the image where I know the car is incorporated and I click on the Locate the Objects button. As you can see, it has generated a selection of what the car would be. Imagine that we want to select the meteorite that fell. What I can think of doing is selecting 2 lights to see if they are more or less selected. I create a color saturation adjustment layer. With the layer mask, I click the rectangular selection tool button. I select part of the image where I know the meteorite is incorporated, and I click on the Locate the Objects button. As you can see, it has generated a selection of what the meteorite would be. Now to adjust it a little more we could modify selection and expand the selection by 1 pixel. Next, we click on Invest Selection. That is, this way I have everything selected except what the object had selected for me. I click the button to make the layer mask black. Now I can change the saturation, and even bring the hue to the greens. With the Before and After button we can see the difference. To exaggerate all this, I can duplicate the layer several times and group them together. With the Before and After button we can see the difference. Another example, Following the same mechanism, we select the car and make a curves adjustments layer to play with the light applied only to the car. In the star trail panel, we have added the two specific buttons for the star trail.